I've been seeing some pigeons up here in the field. It's something I've been wanting to try, so hopefully today we'll have a catch and cook of pigeon. I scared them. I think I got him. Alright, they've been right up here, so let's check. There goes a crow. Now this rye is what they've been eating, so hopefully they'll be back today to eat some more. I read online that they'll come into duck decoys, so I'm going to try it out. I've also got this feather on a stick just to give it some motion out here. Alright, there's the setup. Just 5 duck decoys and that feather on a stick. I'm only about 25 yards away, I'd say. And with the shotgun I have is 20 gauge modified choke. I'm shooting 7.5 shot, so it should be good out to about 30 yards. I'm not very well hidden, but pigeons aren't hunted a lot, so I'm hoping they're not as skittish as ducks or geese. I just had a pigeon come in when I wasn't paying attention. Maybe he'll come back with some buddies. I was on my phone and I wasn't even paying attention. Well, that's a good sign at least. Alright, so I was wrong. They saw me and I scared them, so. Crow. If the weather holds out, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll be better prepared. Yeah, those ought to keep until tomorrow. Well, I definitely underestimated them. They're a little more skittish than I expected. But I guess just because people aren't hunting them doesn't mean that they're not getting eaten by other things, so I don't blame them. Tomorrow we're going to try camouflage, maybe get there a little bit earlier. Alright, it's day 2 and we're going to try this again. About half an hour earlier than I was yesterday, and I got my camo pants on and some hearing protection, so I think we're good to go. Dead true. Well, they're not here yet, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna throw out my decoys and set up my blind and wait. Alright, here we are, waiting. There were 4 that just flew over, but I don't know where they went. Sit tight. It's 9:34, so they're right on time. I think I got him. Thought I missed it first, but I saw him slowly losing altitude, so I think he landed right down here somewhere. Nice little pigeon. There you go. Got my first pigeon. I'm happy with just one because I just want to try them, see how they taste. The buzzard wants my pigeon. Well, that sky's just a brewing, so I better get out of here. Now my recipe calls for fresh thyme, and there just so happens to be a large patch of wild thyme growing right here. It smells like stuffing when you drive through it. So I'm going to pick a couple handfuls and use this. And right over there is where I shot the pigeon. Now I just got a piece of string here with 2 loops tied in the end. We're going to put the loops around his feet and hang him from this nail and give him a pluck. He's actually plucking really easy, easier than duck. Now when you get up to here, you just cut it off. Well, here you go. I got him all gutted and plucked. I took his backbone out so you can lay him flat in the pan. And I saved his heart because I've never found a heart I didn't like, so. Now the next step is you get the blowtorch and you burn off all these little fuzzies. Alright, so here we have our pigeon and our thyme. I'm just going to chop this thyme up real quick. Now we're just melting some butter with our thyme. Now that this is nice and hot, I'm going to add the pigeon. Alright, now that this has been cooking for about 4 minutes, I'm going to add some water and I'm going to cover it and reduce the heat. They got a little crazy. Now I'm going to let this simmer for about 6 minutes or so, and then we're going to throw it in the broiler. Simmering for about 6 minutes. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm going to add some butter to the skin. So we have the pigeon, some roasted carrots, some couscous, and over here on the couscous is the pigeon's heart. Start with a drumstick, I think. It's a little chewy. Not a whole lot of meat on the drumstick, but it's pretty good. All right, let's try some of the breast. That looks like some pretty good meat. That's pretty good. Now, if you've ever had deer heart, I would compare this to deer heart. It tastes a lot like deer heart. Now, a lot of people say deer heart tastes like roast beef, so I guess maybe this tastes like roast beef. Yeah, not too bad. Kind of a lot of work for very little reward, but... All right, now let's give this heart a taste. That's really good. Heart is usually my favorite meat out of any animal, so I'm not surprised. There's almost like a liver flavor coming through in the end, though. Yeah, it's still pretty good. Carrots are good. Now, some fun facts about pigeon are, pigeon breast meat is considered a red meat because it contains myoglobin similar to other red meats. Now, people have been eating pigeons for hundreds of years. It dates back all the way to Rome. Now, squab is often considered a delicacy in many cultures, but a squab is a baby pigeon who's almost an adult who hasn't flown yet, so they're really tender. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe because I'm going to do more like this. Got some goose hunting trips coming up, maybe some fish. We'll see what we can find to eat. Now, if it's between seasons or in the middle of summertime, you got nothing else to hunt, pigeons is a good choice.